I'm gonna try to be very sweet in answering this question, but I'm also going to get to the point. Why did we adopt 2 black babies? We are asked that on YouTube all the time. Hello everyone! We have been telling you we were doing an FAQ for a few weeks, and we gathered hundreds of questions. A lot of the questions were in the same family of question, so we have solidified some of those into different questions. But I will cover a lot of the questions that y'all have been asking, and so let's get started. Why did we adopt first? I did a whole video on that a couple of weeks ago, so we will link that in the description bar below and also put it in the suggested. So go check that out if you are wondering why we adopted first before having biological, can we get pregnant, and all of those types of questions. So go check out that video if you want to know the answer to that question.
Hey you, we need to talk. Have you subscribed to my mommy's channel? Click this button right here. You get to see videos of me and my sister Malia. Have a nice day.
Just some general questions first. How old are Mark and I? Mark and I are 28 years old. Where do we live? We live in Texas. We've always lived in Texas. Mark and I both grew up in Texas, and we still live in Texas. So that is where we live. It's hot all the time in the summer. Oh my gosh, I have to sneeze. How did Mark and I meet? Mark and I met when we were 15 years old, so 13 years ago, in high school. We went to the same high school, and we met as kind of, oh my gosh, I would pay money to show the clip of Mark when he was 15 years old. But we actually were in like a high school musical, Footloose, and I don't even remember the names of the characters. Mark was the lead guy, I was some other girl, and that's how we met. We were at practice every day. We became best friends first, I think, but we both had crushes on each other because it was so high school. So anyway, so we started dating sometime during our sophomore year of high school, and we dated all through high school. We did go to different colleges. I went to one in South Texas. Mark went to one in West Texas. So we were about 7 or 8 hours apart for 2 years, and we did college separate. Then he got a full-time job, finished college. I moved out here, finished college, and we've lived ever since together. So we met when we were 15. I still like him a lot. He's pretty cool. All right, the kids. Let's get down into the kids. Where are our kids from? It's obvious that our daughter is from Thailand. There's a whole playlist of Thailand videos of our trip to Thailand that we went on just probably 4 months ago, I think it is now. So our daughter is from Thailand. That's where we went to get her. Our son is from Texas. He was adopted locally from our area, our state, through foster care. So we have 1 child from overseas, 1 child locally adopted. How did our families react when we told them we were adopting first before having biological children? I mean, our families are really supportive. Our families just want us to be happy. And I think at first they were kind of confused a little bit just because we hadn't tried to get pregnant yet. Our families are totally supportive. I think they're proud of it. I mean, I know they're proud of us. I know they're proud of us. They've seen how hard it's been, how much we've had to fight for our children, how much money and time and energy and tears and fear it's taken to bring our children into our home. And so at this point, I think they're just very proud of the fact that we've adopted our 2 children, and they don't see our children any different than if we had given birth to them. They are totally obsessed with our children. Our children are spoiled as everything by their 4 grandparents. It is ridiculous. And we love it. They should be. So they love it. They love our 2 children. They are proud of us. They love the processes we went through, and they know that those are the children God had put in store for our family. And that's kind of what it comes down to. So they were excited, supportive. Is our daughter mixed? Yes. Our daughter is half Thai, which is where she's from, Thailand, and half Nigerian from Africa. So one parent was from Thailand and one parent was from Nigeria. So that is why most people in America think she's mixed, half black, half white. So when I say she's from Thailand, people kind of look at me. You can tell in her eyes and her eyebrows, and she's obviously lighter, and she doesn't have, you know, the tiny, tight curl, BB type hair. She has more loose curls like a mixed child would be. So you can tell she's mixed when you look at her, but you can't really tell what she is. No one would ever guess Thai in Nigeria if you see her walking down the street. So yes, she is mixed. Our son is full African American. He's from Texas. He's not African. He's African American. I'm gonna try to be very sweet in answering this question, but I'm also going to get to the point. Why did we adopt 2 black babies? We are asked that on YouTube all the time. And some people think we like went out and sought out 2 black children. I don't know they think we have a thing for black children. I don't really get it. This is how it happened. When we were licensed to foster care before we had any children, we were open to any gender. We were open to any race. We were open to ages 0 to 3. We said yes to girls, boys, Caucasian. We said yes to African American. We said yes to Hispanic. And Jay is the one who came to us. That's it. It doesn't matter to me what color they are. I'm not saying I don't see the color. I'm not saying we don't take it into consideration of how we teach him and what we teach him, and teaching him to be different and proud of who he is and what he looks like and being proud of his color. But we didn't care what color we got when we started this process. We just happened to get a black African American little boy. When we adopted from Thailand, guess what race we were expecting? A Thai baby. We were expecting a full Thai little girl. Because we adopted from Thailand, we did not put on our application, we would prefer to have a Thai baby mixed with African, because we only want black babies. It wasn't even an option in our mind. So we went into it thinking we're going to have a Thai child. And we were excited about it. We didn't care, again. Then they gave us the call and they said, we have this little girl, we think she's a good match, but she's not full Thai, she's actually half African. And we said, okay. And then she, a year later, we went and picked her up and she's our daughter. So we didn't seek out black, African American, African children. So, and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with if you want to adopt from Africa and you want African children, but just to think that we have this thing for black children, that's the only type of children we want, it's not true. It just happened that way. And that's how the cards were dealt for our family. And we're proud of them. We're proud of their culture. We can't wait to teach them about their cultures. We love teaching them about how they're different, how to take care of themselves, because it's all different. It's all different. But that's just how it happened. And we never expected this, especially adopting from Thailand. You expect a Thai child. You do not expect a half African child. So that's just how it is. I don't know. Done. How long does it take to adopt? Our son took a year and a half from the time we met him to the time we went to the courthouse and legally adopted him. So he was our foster child for a year and a half. We did a video over our son and you got to meet our son. We kind of told a little bit of his story in that. I also did a how to start with foster care video. Go look on my channel. All of those are there. So we do talk about the foster process a lot and how to get started, but our son took a year and a half. Our daughter, we applied to our agency in December of 2014, and we traveled February of 2017. So it took 2 years and 2 months from the time we sent our initial application to the time we were getting on a plane going to Thailand to pick her up. There's kind of the timeline, and it's different for every family, and I talk about that in our where to start for international and where to start for foster care. I'll link those in the description bar, but you can also go find them in my videos on my channel. How much did it cost to adopt? Foster care was actually free. In our state, you actually get a stipend for that, but I want to make sure that you know don't just go out there to get money. You're going to spend more money than you get because you're raising a child. It's nothing about the money at all. Please don't do it for the money. Kids need better than that. But foster care is actually free. International, I think at the end of our process, because we're still not done, we still have to do our post-home social work things like reports. Then we still have to legalize her in our family in America and as a citizen. So we are still probably a year away from finalizing Malia and all of her paperwork and as an American. So by the time we're done, I think it's probably going to cost us around $40,000. And that's over a 3-year period. Mark and I both have full-time jobs, so, you know, we were just saving and budgeting. We got grants. Some people wanted to donate towards our adoption, so we had help. We probably paid out of pocket from our point $20 to $25. So there's ways to raise money, there's ways to find grants, things like that. And again, it's different for every country. So you have to look at the country you want to adopt from and the agency you want to adopt from, and they can kind of tell you more. But our adoption was about $40,000. That is all the questions that I have to answer today. I hope that you enjoyed hearing some of those answers. I would love to do more FAQs if it comes our way in the next few months if you have any more questions. Thank you so much for watching. We are taking a trip next week to a few different places in Texas, and I want to take y'all along and show you kind of what we do. So stay tuned. We will be posting very soon again. I love you all so much, and we will see you soon. Bye.